I don't know what I signed up for.
What a day today. Welcome to Off Topic.
Wow.
Trevor, Barbara, Alfredo, Bernie, Fiona, she's back.
Yo, what's up?
Sorry like
we were a little late.
We were going to.
I'll be honest.
Wait.
No.
I was kind of hoping that we just showed up and you guys had already kicked it off.
We were going to.
Kick it off.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Because that would have been really awkward. I just kind of want to lean into that
would've just
RT
stood there on the
podcast,
side.
off-topic, awkward hybrid that we got
Yeah,
going
you don't
here.
want to hear our Achievement Hunter impressions either.
Go for it. You know what?
Go ahead. It's
What was the conversation
time.
we're gonna have?
I played video games the other day.
Wow, that's the perfect Alfredo.
Damn, you nailed me.
That's exactly.
Hey, God, yeah.
I had to wait in line at the DMV for like an hour yesterday.
For fun. Oh, that's me. That's me.
I was just gonna.
Oh, we were talking. So we filmed Haunter earlier this week.
Can you say where?
I don't know, so I won't.
Haunted place?
I'm gonna keep it a
You were
secret.
in a cold
We were in a chilly place, which is a lot of places, and we were talking about.
Cold is an indication that there's ghosts nearby.
That's true.
It's a paranormal sign.
Yeah, the whole city apparently haunted.
all of wherever.
We were talking about this
Seattle.
thing called, and I don't know, I think it was Gavin that brought it up, so we might have talked about it on the other podcast, but it was called the Ring Dinger, where this guy is a chiropractor. I've never been to a chiropractor.
Love this guy.
Sits you down on the table. You know what? Why don't I just demonstrate? Just move out.
I can even do an imitation of the guy.
Yeah, come on.
boy.
You have a towel?
I think his name's
Oh,
Greg
God.
Stevens. Dr. Greg Stevens, your Houston
What is
chiropractor.
So you go like this. You get your things up here.
So it's a platform that comes up.
Ring
so,
I was
dinger
like, don't.
and then he
burns.
takes a
Takes
pole and he
two-
puts one here and he puts one here to lock your hips in place.
So like they squeeze against your femur.
Then he takes
A hammer.
a towel.
Here we go.
What's happening?
I'm gonna get a budget ring ding.
I know the whole thing here. So he takes a towel.
This is the chiropractor?
He's in Houston too. We go see this guy.
Oh, man.
Oh, I could get a ring ding.
I've looked at
That'll
it.
add
You come
an
like
inch,
this with
an
the
inch
towel
to your
and say,
height.
Don't try this. Somebody does like this, and then he just goes like this.
No.
Wham! Back.
Yeah.
No.
And then you go.
no.
It pulls you.
And then he
And
comes up,
what
then
does
he
he
comes up and he goes
pull?
like this. Then he goes, bonk, bonk, just like that.
Yeah, to make sure,
make sure your legs work.
that he didn't break your back and paralyze you.
But it takes
That
your
sounds
whole
so
spine, it
dangerous.
just pulls it straight.
Yeah.
Like,
Sounds
What
so
is it?
dangerous.
So it's like,
like
just
it's-
readjusting.
yeah, I guess.
it's
I
like
don't know.
decompression, I think, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's a deep-
So,
Because that pop.
by the way,
is
do
kinda
not try to
like-
do that yourself at
oh,
home.
absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
you're
on
It's a great
anybody.
way to like.
Or on anybody.
Hurt your spine.
I learned a phrase in looking up. Can I do this myself?
Just go for it.
I learned a phrase called internal decapitation. It's you can decapitate yourself without breaking your skin, and you don't want to do that.
Yeah,
it's
no.
still bad.
Yeah, you
It's not as
gotta-
bad as normal decapitation, but it's on the spectrum.
I imagine you.
So then, like, the person just like this, and it's just.
Yeah, they like you get pushed and
Your head would just.
Pretty sure nothing works when you decapitate
Oh my
yourself.
God.
yeah,
I
no.
think that's the
all
end.
over.
That's endgame.
Yeah.
Can I read you the intro to the story and then you can go
Yeah.
look it up? It's
Please.
it's in the sex subreddit. A 23-year-old male just discovered prostate stimulation, and I prefer to sex with my girlfriend. Help, like by a lot. Help, help, help. And he writes first. Sorry for the way I wrote this. Writing it this way, I'm really embarrassed by all of this, and it was the only way I could convince myself that I could post it, even anonymously. So just bear with me, okay?
Okay.
This starts in a stupid, embarrassing way. I'm 23, but my doc decides he wants to do a prostate exam during my physical. Quick question: isn't that like 20 years early? Okay, so
pretty early.
he pushes in, and it's the first time anyone's ever been in there, like ever. And two things happen within 3 seconds. I get idiotically, you could bend a steel bar around my dick, stupid hard, and I groan involuntarily and explosively and horrifically. My doctor laughed his ass off. I mean, he laughed
Yo, I would laugh.
There's a man laughing while his finger's in your ass.
How do you?
and told me it was okay. Really, he says, it's pretty common, but his face tells me not that common. Dutifully, I went to Reddit and looked this shit up. Reddit fucking loves it when some straight guys are getting off on the prostate. So, okay, I said to myself, let's buy a fucking drumstick and let's do this thing. It goes on for like 10 paragraphs after that. The best thing I've ever seen
It was
written.
incredibly
What are
written.
the other 10 paragraphs? What is he talking
Just
about?
I feel like you're talking about different sizes and measurements and
He goes
tools.
home and tries to
Oh, he
recreate
tries it.
that.
Okay, so he
Yeah.
goes, it's out of the doctor's office.
I believe there was a drumstick involved.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it sounded like. Yeah.
And he had
He's
to
got
buy two to
That's
make
a
it seem
full-
I'm sure he's got a
memoir.
whole spread
Yeah.
with varying diameters and lengths. And
Oh, like a
feels.
single drumstick, please.
On a rate
Do you sell these individually, or?
No.
It's like he's in to buy two.
There's
You want to
always
raise
two.
any
I
red
only-
flags.
I only need the one.
I
Just
just
get a
need
mold
the
of that
one.
doctor's hand.
Enough.
Dr. Magic
You can
Touch.
make molds.
One of the very early dates I had with Jackie, because
Exploded
her and I were courting each other or whatnot, and I was like,
Courting. What is it? Yeah.
It's like when you look at each other in the club, you're like,
we're just kind of feeling each other out. Like she would do this thing where she's like, "Oh man,
Their families sent them to each other's cats.
yeah, exactly."
That kind of thing.
She was like, "Oh, yeah, I want to play games with you. Let's play CS:GO," and she didn't play any type of shooters whatsoever. So Counter-Strike was like.
So what, she had done research and saw CS:GO as a game? Wow, that's
No, I
jumping
mean,
into the deep
she
end.
plays a ton of games, but
Okay.
like especially like she plays Siege whatnot, but Counter-Strike is not her jam.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of people's jam.
It's really not.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, she was just like, oh, I want to hang out. I'm like, well, I'm gonna go play some pickup games with my brother at the court, the indoor court. And I was like, I mean, you can come along, you can sit on the sidelines, whatnot. I was like, oh, cool. She could be there, like watching me while I get my shots on. Literally the first play, I go up for a rebound, land, roll my ankle, and I'm like, ah!
you're just on the ground.
She's just there like, oh shit.
Let me test your Rooster Teeth knowledge.
Go ahead.
Who at Rooster Teeth comes from a background? There's no professional parkourers, there's
Oh, I
stuntmen.
know this one.
Who is the top of the line parkourer at Rooster Teeth?
Can I answer?
I have an idea.
If you guys want to.
Sure.
Oh, do you know the actual?
know the
He,
answer.
Barb actually
Oh,
does.
I would say Joel Heyman
You're incorrect.
because, and I will explain only because
Why?
because he
Let me
has
explain.
this hidden history of BMX. Like,
yeah.
I remember him a long time ago
Yeah,
talking
I saw
about
those videos.
He posted, I don't know, I had it in the office, but he posted a video a long time ago of him. It's like an old VHS tape, but it's on YouTube of him doing like BMX tricks and stuff,
my
and he was
God.
fucking awesome at it, and he made it look so seamless. But like
I had
you
no
there's
idea.
a couple of frames in there where you could, like, that's definitely Joel. But
Oh!
What? Two-time Michael Jones coming in. Hey, congrats, man.
Congratulations.
I did a lot of work.
Give you my seat.
No, please.
How you holding up? You
Good. I'm just getting.
you try everything? He'll know the answer too.
Okay.
So the answer to the
We're
question,
getting drunk.
the best parkourer in the history of Rooster Teeth is Mr. Kerry Shawcross.
really,
Yep.
that's awesome. Does he have
Carrie?
like
Yeah, he used to be
videos?
professional. I think he did it like
Parkour.
professionally. Is that like
It
professional?
was like, I don't know if there are professional parkourers.
I'm sure people with sponsors on them.
He used to be professional. I was just amateur.
Dude, when he came to work for us, like I haven't seen his legs in a long time, but his legs, like his quads were like shelves.
trunks.
It was
Oh,
incredible.
no.
Yeah.
Testament of Rooster Teeth. When he came to work.
Yeah. Now, it's all
And
gone.
6 volumes of a very successful anime franchise later, not so much. And I forget what we were even doing out there, but something happened and we were celebrating. And so everybody chugged a beer, and we all chugged a beer, and then the camera just went up towards Blaine, and he goes, "Brrr."
Oh, God.
And then this plume of vomit just came spewing out. It's probably one of my favorite moments. Oh no.
That was awesome.
For real? Who is it for?
5 seconds of breaking it. Yeah,
Thanks
5
everybody.
seconds of breaking it.
Bernie, you have won off topic, and I would just like to have a speech.
Michael's off to break the actual speaker.
Totally unexpected.
You absolutely blasted the audio.
Super happy.
The audience is deaf
Now
now.
smash it.
So many
John.
people worked so hard to make this happen. The broadcast department, Trevor Michael.
No warning.
Sorry, thank you.
No warning.
Michael's about to fucking kill
Rest in
kill a
peace,
person.
audience.
John just
Listen, the dude who did Labs Action News cannot ever complain about someone else interrupting their work day.
Listen to the sound of
That
it.
sound was
Bernie,
loud. That shit counted
this is a
as
formal
bad.
complaint
If
right
you're
here.
at the Oscars, that's how loud
Also,
it is.
smashing it would only make
Recreating
more
it.
content.
That is true.
John
That is
just
true.
lost the last 3 of his fans. He just blew their ears out.
I can't believe they did that here. I think so.
Oh,
the first thing you guys
What's
did
your
with
middle
him
name?
was
Last of Gus.
Last of
Yeah.
Gus. Yeah, when you guys did the Last of Us series with him. That was always
Just
fun.
because he
Does the
played
audience
it,
know
like
your
we were all
middle name?
playing it a bunch.
They won't get
That was
it.
Alfredo,
Won't
such
get
a
the
low
joke.
point for me personally because we were all playing Last of Us multiplayer, and nobody was fucking playing Last of Us multiplayer.
Oh, it's a hardcore PlayStation. Maybe kind of funny was.
It was like it's one of those games you don't even realize has multiplayer.
I didn't know.
It was
Like,
awesome.
This is news to me.
It was awesome.
What's their Lara Croft game? Can't even think of it.
Tomb
Uncharted.
Raider.
Uncharted.
Oh yeah,
Uncharted,
yeah.
oh.
I mean, for PlayStation. Yeah. The Uncharted, there's multiplayer in that. It's like, who the fuck plays that? You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you play it for the campaign.
Yeah.
So
I remember being kind of good.
We were playing after hours. We're playing Last of Us multiplayer. Then they like get all excited to do a Let's Play. They invite Gus and don't invite me. And I was just like,
Aw,
I didn't-
wow,
I didn't
this
do
is
that to the man.
rude. What?
Look, you're here.
We did really well.
It's
sounds true.
arguably one of the only times in Achievement Hunter history where we just kicked the shit out of the other team. And like, dude, Gus particularly, we were just like the biggest douchebags ever. The other team couldn't hear us, but in the video, we're just like, I was like, because in Last of Us you can down people and then do like an execution or whatever, and I'd be doing it, and Gus is like, I'm gonna stand there and watch. Oh, I'm jerking off. Oh, I'm getting so hard watching this. And I'm like, oh, you fucking like that? You like that? And I prefaced him like, listen, we're never good at anything, okay? We're actually pretty okay at this game. And we were just like the biggest assholes ever. It was a lot of fun. That's also where the infamous Hyman Buster comes from.
Excuse me?
Right at the beginning of the game, we didn't even play the game with him.
Let the man talk.
There was a guy on the other team called Hyman Buster, and then he dropped out, and then he entered the Achievement Hunter mythos, though.
The
Him and-
PlayStation name.
Him and
Hyman
Kerbal.
Buster. Good for him.
Him and Kerbal Gunners.
Kerbal Gunners. There's a couple of them.
Gunners.
Shadow Lulz.
Shadles. Shadles, that's
Yeah,
right.
There's a couple of them in there. Hyman Buster was a good one.
Still to this day, my favorite gamer tag I've ever seen is somebody that I've matched with in Halo 2, and their name was Grenade Zellweger. And I just
I
funny
thought
fucking name.
you were gonna say what Gavin named himself in our Agar IO Let's Play.
Yeah. No, he didn't name himself that. He named my
He named
character
your
that.
character
And then
that.
I won, so we had to include it. He named my little spot. He
Yeah.
named it Child Fucker. And then it just kept getting bigger and bigger on the map.
And
so.
it won the match. Oh no!
Nice.
So it's like Child Fucker wins.
It was one of those magical Let's Plays where everything's going wrong, everything's going wrong, and it builds to this, like, ending
And you're like
perfectly.
trying to
Come back
lose.
to it
Ended
later.
perfectly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
but-
learn so much about your body when you hit close to 30, I've come to realize.
Dude, shut the fuck up. It's funny.
We were talking about this yesterday. How like you started making noises when you get up and sit down.
Yeah. The big thing about aging is, I was talking with Barbara about this, there's a point in your life where all your life you drop stuff and you bend down and pick it up. Will be a point in your life at some point when you drop something on the ground, and before you bend over to pick it up, you think about it.
Yeah.
You're like, how am I going to do this? And then
Is it
that
worth
never goes away.
Oh, no.
Every single time you go down to the
Yeah.
ground, you think about how you're going to do it.
I hold my knee.
I hold my knee.
I do like-
I got bad knees.
I do like the sides.
I do one of these. I do one of these. And it blows
I
my.
bent one down.
Yeah.
I didn't feel.
I just do like a young person and I just pick it up.
That's not a young person even. I'll tell you this. What blows my fucking
What does a
mind.
young
let me-
person do,
Let me,
float
let me
down?
scooch out here. It blew my mind. I didn't know I was so fucking old until Iris. This is how she picks up everything.
Oh, I do that.
Squat.
All my knees just
Just-
She'll fucking play like this, and I'm just like fucking living in a squat.
Have you ever been sitting on
Crazy.
on your
I just
butt?
blew my knees apart.
I heard
I all of that.
I'm not kidding, I got bad knees.
The most embarrassing thing is if you're sitting on the ground for whatever reason, and then you have to get up from sitting on the ground. It takes like 14 different poses.
Gotta roll.
Like this, and then like
And
all
then
the
you
way
feel
up.
it after for like a hot minute.
Yeah.
I want to get that gold card.
God.
Oh, that was like I never even knew
Yeah.
you mentioned that is like forever ago.
Yeah.
So I told
yeah.
Trevor today when he was talking about the gold card, I was like, dude, I mean, was in the hospital for 2 days, didn't eat the entire day. We went home. I got home at like 3:00. Stopped at McDonald's. I'm like, the kid was like 43 hours old when I went to McDonald's. Sure, that's like gold card.
First 2 days of
He was
existence.
like in the back seat. You want a nugget? You want a chicken nugget?
Just like
Yeah, she wants a
sweet and
nugget.
sour
Yeah.
Go with their dogs.
That infant meal, that one nugget meal. Yeah.
That's me.
Well, thanks for having us on, guys.
Yeah, well, thanks for coming by.
Thanks, everybody. It was fun.
It's an honor.
Thanks for saving me.
And
Happy
thanks
weekend,
for
everybody.
watching, audience.
Sorry I'm not Gus.
We'll see
Get
you
out.
next week.
Sorry, I'm not Chad.
Happy birthday,
Bye.
Gus.
Bye.